Hello guys, when you usually see movie gross, you always see the Americas. Okay, I'm gonna make it smaller. You always see it in all these countries listed here, and these countries. You never see it, and there's many countries of millions of people that still have many untapped, have a very, very untapped market. Okay, movies are popular everywhere, but Hollywood has not tapped these 10 markets and has not won in any of these markets yet. Number 10, Iran. Iran is a country in the Middle East. It has around 80 million people. The reason why Hollywood movies are not popular in Iran, because it's American. But in the future, Iran could be a pretty key proponent for Hollywood movies. Iran has more people than France and Germany already, and the UK, which already can pull in hundreds of millions of dollars for a movie. So Iran could be a potential potential country in the future to make hundreds of millions of dollars for movies. Number 9, the Democratic Republic of the Congo. Democratic Republic of Congo is a country in Africa that has over 80 million people. Democratic Republic of Congo is also one of the poorest. Tanzania, Kenya is also one of the poorest. And the Democratic Republic of Congo has a population of 80 million and is considered one of the poorest countries. But in the future, the Democratic Republic of the Congo will have over 300 million people, which is more than Iran can ever dream of. Oh yeah. So China has become one of the largest markets in recent years. Number 8, Vietnam. Vietnam is very similar to China, as Hollywood has largely untapped this country. Vietnam has not been, and of course other movie markets can also try to compete for Vietnam. Vietnam is one of the largest untapped movie countries in the world. Vietnam has more people than Iran and the Democratic Republic of Congo combined. Both of them have less people. Vietnam is a very interesting country as we fought a war against Vietnam, and it'll be really weird if they're one of the major money making. Movies do sell on Vietnam, but if South Korea can make a movie sell $50 million, Vietnam can do much more than $5 million per film or around 100,000. Number 7. Asia is a pretty. Number 7, Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia has just allowed films to be able to be played in theaters again. Well, that means Saudi Arabia will be the next market to make movies be successful. Not just Hollywood. They're even their own films and Indian films and Chinese films. Why am I putting Saudi Arabia over Vietnam, Iran, and DRC? Well, Saudi Arabia, unlike the DRC, Iran, and Vietnam, is considerably wealthy compared to those 3 countries. So that's why Saudi Arabia is number 8. Number 7, Ethiopia. No, actually, Saudi Arabia is number 7. Number 6, Ethiopia. Ethiopia has about 100 million people. Yes, no, around 100 million people. Movie market is very, very untapped now. Movies do movie style, but there's no real growth style. They're not a big, major movie market. They're considered a minor one. And considering a country of a population of over 100 million, or at least 100 million, it is pretty surprising that Ethiopia is not one of the largest movie consumers in the world. Number 5, Nigeria. Nigeria has a lot of films come out now, but only Nigerian films tend to be successful in Nigeria. Nigeria has around 200 million people living now, and basically making Nigeria one of the largest untapped movie markets in the world. Nigeria, like the DLC and Ethiopia and the rest of Africa, besides South Africa, is a very large untapped movie market that could potentially make movies billions of dollars. And the fact that Nigeria will soon have more people than the United States will prove that movies soon need to be start and being invested now. Number 4, Egypt. Egypt is another large country in Africa. Egypt is already considerably developed. Now, but Egypt, movies don't make as much money as they do here in America. Why is that? Egypt is a very populated country. So you would see, you'd probably see that result in movie successes in Egypt. But most movies don't tend to take off in Egypt at all. And most Hollywood movies don't tend to take off as well in Egypt. So that's Egypt, number 4. Number 3, Pakistan. Pakistan is a country in Asia that has over 200 million people. Pakistan is easily one of the largest untapped movie markets in the world. Having 200 million people, Pakistan doesn't really focus much on cinema. And it might be that for a long time. But Pakistan has more people than Ethiopia and DRC combined. Next is Bangladesh. Bangladesh is the most densely populated country in the world. Sorry about that. Most densely populated country in the world. So why isn't Bangladesh a large movie market? Well, same reason why India is still. India is actually pretty good movie market, only for Bollywood. But Bangladesh is a very untapped market as well, so we'd like to see more attention put towards Bangladesh. And number 10, Indonesia. Number 1, Indonesia. Indonesia is always regarded as a very, very unimportant country movie-wise. No one ever goes over, if this movie doesn't perform in Indonesia, it bombs. Indonesia has around 260 million people. Yet, movies are not popular in Indonesia. Indonesia is considered a very small market. And these are 10 markets that Hollywood hopefully will pursue in the next 100 years. China and India are markets that Hollywood's actively trying to pursue as well. And China has been proven to be